Hello there, a very good evening to all of you. I'm Angela Lim, your commentator for this evening. And together with stadium announcer Mr. X and all our crew, a very warm welcome to NDP 2025. It's Singapore's 60th birthday celebration, and we're live at the Padang for the nation's Diamond Jubilee. And for the first time in NDP history, we'll be expanding the show beyond the Padang to Marina Bay. And right now, you're looking at 27,000 excited spectators live in the crowd at the Padang. They're in high spirits and getting ready for an unforgettable birthday celebration. Now, if you spot a QR code on your screen right now, you can go ahead and scan it with your phone for this evening's show guide. Now, the theme for this year's NDP is Majulah Singapura, which, as we know, translates to Onward Singapore. And this year, the audience is encouraged to pen wishes for themselves and their community as part of Our Singapore Wish on placards found inside the NDP pack. And over at Marina Bay, crowds have gathered to watch the live NDP screenings all along the Marina Bay waterfront, including the Promontory, Merlion Park and Esplanade Outdoor Theatre. The show at the Bay will include water floats and performances on a new mobile floating stage, and the city skyline will glitter with fireworks and building and light projections, which will be synchronized with the live show at the Padang. You can just feel all the anticipation and excitement build up in both the Padang and Marina Bay as Singapore gears up for its 60th birthday party. To commemorate the nation's Diamond Jubilee, this year's celebrations will be expanded beyond the Padang to include a Marina Bay.
This year is a special year, SG60.
We didn't manage to get tickets for the real parade, so I guess this is like a great opportunity to also celebrate Singapore's birthday and enjoy ourselves here with friends.
A lot of activities for children with all the nice food, and of course we are coming here for my child's first National Day together.
One of the ways to enjoy everything is to take part in the Bay Discovery Trail. It's a thematic walk around the Marina Bay waterfront that highlights the nation's heritage and multiculturalism through interactive booths and activities. But the celebrations don't just stop at the waterfront. Over at Gardens by the Bay, the National Day Concert 2025 was held, where homegrown singers like Kit Chan, Charlie Lim, Taufik Batisa and many more charmed the crowds with their dazzling performances. And today, visitors at the Marina Bay waterfront will be able to catch a live screening of NDP 2025 via large LED screens at locations around Marina Bay, including Merlion Park, MBS Events Plaza, and the Esplanade Outdoor Theatre. So there's no excuse to miss NDP 2025.
SG60 Singapore!
Happy birthday, Singapore!
Happy birthday, Singapore!
Majulah Singapura!
Next station, SG60.
Sun is up and the town's awake. Wake to rush and rush to wait. There's nothing to do, just shake leg. But I'm making my way, making my way. They say everyone's got a part to play. Big, big smiles when we get to the bay. I feel the heat, but I'm moving my feet. I'm making my way, making my way.
All our fears will dance away. We're gonna be okay.
Dance? We're gonna be late for NDP.
Relax, we will get there.
Is this for your TikTok?
Brand new day, I'm making my way. Down by the street, I'm shaking my leg. Shaking it high, shaking it low. Up to the bay we go, go, go. Today's the day we get a parade. We're walking with you and shaking our leg. Shaking it high, shaking it low. Making our way, we go, go, go.
The sun's been shining for 60 years, 60 rounds of sweat and tears. I feel the heat, but I'm still here. I'm making my way, making my way.
The road is long, but the journey is sweet. It only works if we move
the parade.
Sometimes, to move forward, we must look back. No, look back. Okay, all right, let's get those feet moving. We've got a parade to get to. August, come, let me help you. Let me help you up there. There you go. We need you. Especially you, sir. Wait, aren't you? Never mind.
All right, gang. Our next stop, the next 60 years.
But are we ready? How do we know?
I look around me, then I know. And if we just
Later.
Look back, look around me, look to each other. Where you want me to look?
Look, we really need to go.
Wait, where did the music go?
brand new day, I'm making my way. No matter what happens, I'm shaking my leg. Shaking it high, shaking it low. Off to the bay we go, go, go. Today's the day we get a parade. We're walking with you and shaking our leg. Shaking it high, shaking it low. Making our way, we go, go, go.
Let's put our hands together to welcome our hosts for NDP 2025. Sonia Chu, Joaquim Gomez, Siti Khalija, and Abby Shankara.
Brand new day, I'm making my way. No matter what happens, I'm shaking my leg. Shaking it high, shaking it low. Off to the bay we go, go, go. Today's the day we get a parade. We're walking with you and shaking our leg. Shaking it high, shaking it low. Making our way, we go, go, go. Brand new day, I'm making my way. No matter what happens, I'm shaking my leg. Shaking it high, shaking it low. Off to the bay we go, go, go. Today's the day we get a parade. We're walking with you and shaking our leg. Shaking it high, shaking it low. Making our way, we go, go, go.
Welcome to the Padang for SG60. I'm Sonia Chu.
Hello, I'm Joaquim Gomez.
I'm Siti Khalija, wishing all of you a great NDP.
What's up, Singapore? I'm Abby Shankara, Singapore. Welcome to
National Day Parade
2025. Let's put our hands together for our motivators from Touch Community Services, the Stoney Brothers, and the ITE dancers.
And you know, for SG60, we gotta go big. So for the first time ever, celebrations are gonna extend past the Padang to Marina Bay.
On that note, Sonia, why not let's cut to Marina Bay right now. People over at Marina Bay, you might be on the screen. Say hello. Fantastic view of the fireworks, the parachute jumps, and live performances coming your way.
That's right, Joaquim. You know what? Padang, Marina Bay, doesn't matter where you are today. Can I hear you scream?
Wow, that's fantastic. And of course, other than the Padang and the Bay, we're also sharing this special evening with the viewers back at home and overseas. We know your hearts are with us because this is home, truly.
Tonight we celebrate the dreamers that came before us, whose goals and aspirations shaped Singapore for the future generation.
So here's what's to expect this evening. You will see local icons in the music scene and also newcomers who are taking the NDP stage for the very first time.
Also, Sonia, not forgetting our performers who have been rehearsing really hard for this very special day. You know what? I can't wait.
Me too. I'm really excited and I'm sure you guys are feeling the same. Now, I've just got one thing to ask. Singapore, are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to warmly welcome our Speaker of Parliament, Mr. Seah Kian Peng, and the members of Parliament.
And entering the Padang now are Singapore's leaders. Our members of Parliament, led by Speaker of Parliament Mr. Seah Kian Peng, the 11th Speaker of Singapore, as well as Deputy Speakers Jessica Tan and Christopher D'Souza. We can see many new and also familiar faces here this evening, especially after our leaders were elected and sworn in just a few months ago, in May this year. Now, the MPs act as a bridge between the community and the government by ensuring that the concerns of their constituents are heard in Parliament. The current 15th Parliament has 99 MPs, consisting of 97 elected MPs and 2 non-constituency MPs. So see if you can spot some of your constituency MPs as they arrive at the Padang today. Everybody in festive red and white of the Singapore flag. All smiles from the MPs and political office holders. Everyone getting ready to celebrate with the rest of the Singaporeans, not just at the Padang, but also at home and overseas.
Together, Singapore can achieve Singapore.
You can really feel the mood of celebration here at the Padang.
This is what home means to me. This is what home means to me.
We hope you're having a wonderful time so far because today we have something really exciting in store for you to celebrate Singapore's 60th birthday.
Absolutely. So we gotta go big like we mentioned before, right? So we're gonna start with the Jump of Unity, and that begins with the Republic of Singapore Navy's elite naval divers and, of course, crowd favorites, the Red Lions.
You know what, guys? I've just got news. Our naval divers have just jumped out of the H-225 helicopter. Look up to the skies!
And the naval divers have made their jump. They're free-falling for about 3 seconds from an H-225 medium-lift helicopter from a height of 6,000 feet. Definitely not for the faint of heart. They're deploying their parachutes now at about 1,500 meters above water. And this year's Jump of Unity is the first ever as part of celebrations for 60 years. Now that is the drop zone marked by 6 buoys. Now, if you're wondering what it takes to become a member of this elite fighting force, here's an inside look at their training. The Combat Diver course was launched in 1987, spanning 22 weeks of endurance. Trainees first have to learn land navigation, outboard motorboat handling, underwater confidence tests, and go through a series of physical evolutions like the Sea Obstacle course, called the Sea Circuit and the Sea Swim. Then there's Hell Week, where they're put through all kinds of grueling physical tests before less than half of them make it through to earn their place as frogmen. Known for their physical and mental strength, the naval divers are an elite group of individuals who form the Naval Diving Unit, or the NDU, one of the top fighting forces in the Republic of Singapore Navy. The formation is made up of 5 squadrons and 1 school, specializing in explosive ordnance disposal, underwater demolition, maritime security operations, and combatant craft operations. The Singapore seas are crucial to our national security, and most of our supplies are coming through our waters. It's no easy task protecting our seas from threats, and these naval divers work hard to protect our seas and are key to the safety of our nation and its prosperity. Now you see the crowd at Marina Bay looking up, trying to get a glimpse of our divers as they make their way down. And the free-fall water jump gives us a rare insight into the real-life operations of the Republic of Singapore Navy's naval divers. This is a highly challenging feat that requires high precision and competency. For example, it's used to deploy them into an area of operation that cannot be easily accessed. In a display jump, they would wear lightweight jumpsuits. But for the naval divers, they're doing an operational jump, which means they're carrying 60 kilograms of combat gear. Imagine that. Now, this year's Jump of Unity is the first ever as part of the SG60 celebrations this year. It features both our Republic of Singapore Navy's elite naval divers, but also our Red Lions. And today, the naval divers are adopting a combat landing formation, where all 7 divers will land in the water at almost the same time. They'll have 6 minutes to recover their parachutes and climb onto the platform for the synchronized salute with the Red Lions. And as our naval divers make their approach at Marina Bay, they'll be landing in the water at the bay itself. And the crowds gathered there will be able to see the naval divers drop right into their midst. It's actually quite amazing to see the naval divers do this jump with their fins on. That's something you don't see every day. It's an impressive reminder of the versatility and the range that the naval divers have when it comes to combat operations. What a view of the skyline these divers must have as they make their approach. The beautiful sun setting in the background as well. And they're fast approaching. The anticipation is definitely building on the ground. Thousands gathered in Marina Bay waiting for their approach. And also here at the Padang, the audience also rooting for our naval divers in this jump of unity. Now the naval divers are coming in quick. They're approaching the seaboat in the water now. And once they're in the drop zone, the divers have to quickly release their parachutes and get ready for their landing. And welcoming them home are the crowds gathered by the bay and the spectators at the Padang. Very excited now as they're making their approach. And in quick succession, we have the naval divers coming in. The first naval diver down, second approaching. We have 2, 3 divers come down, as well as the last naval diver on his way, and it's splashdown. And there we have our naval divers, a stunning performance by the NDU divers.
7 naval divers have landed safely. Please give them a rousing round of applause.
But hey, Singapore, if you thought we were done with the Jump of Unity, you thought wrong, because I have 2 words for you. Look up, the Red Lions are out!
And they're off. We have 7 Red Lions making the leap today from an RSAF C-130 Hercules aircraft from a height of 10,000 feet. They're free-falling now in a ring formation, as you can see. And to make this ring formation, the heaviest jumpers have to go first. They can then adjust their positions for the rest of the team to follow. And at 6,000 feet, they're getting ready to perform the challenging bomb burst formation. As we wait for them to make this challenging formation work. And here they go. This move, which looks like a flower opening up, allows the jumpers to distance themselves from one another and also to deploy their parachutes safely. Now, it's an incredible feat of perfect timing and precision. Now, earlier, the Red Lions were reaching speeds of up to 195 kilometers per hour and jumping from what's equivalent to the height of a 1,000-story building. Imagine the courage and the amount of training that's needed to accomplish such a feat. And from high up in the skies, the Red Lions are keeping an eagle eye out for their target. That is the Padang, where crowds of spectators are eagerly awaiting their arrival. What might look just like a matchbox from way up there is their final landing spot. But they have many obstacles before they get there. The Red Lions have to battle challenging and unpredictable crosswinds to land safely in the Padang. A demanding feat of courage, stamina, and precision. But they've trained hard for this, and the crowd waiting excitedly for their return. Just look at that view from way up there, our beautiful city by the bay, one that both our Red Lions and naval divers are working tirelessly to protect. Now, over the years, the commandos realized they needed to create an identity for this special group of parachuters. Their aim was to highlight the professional image and specialized skills embodied by these men. And with that, the Red Lions were officially inaugurated in 1996. They're made up of commandos, naval divers, and members from the Special Operations Task Force. Now, to jump into challenging drop zones like the Padang, they must have completed a minimum of 500 jumps. So, why is the Padang such a challenging drop zone? Well, it measures only 108 by 78 meters, and the Red Lions can only land from one direction. The Padang is also surrounded by spectators, the National Gallery, trees and light displays, as well as other skyscrapers. So there are plenty of obstacles to navigate, not to mention the unpredictable wind conditions. What the Red Lions are able to accomplish today takes a lot of hard work and somewhere between 5 to 10 years of intensive training to get to the level of proficiency that you're witnessing right now. Well, the Red Lions deploy their parachutes at different heights to create a canopy stack. They're flying close to each other to form a line, and this maneuver symbolizes the significance of unity, cooperation, and teamwork. The spectators at the Padang just catching sight of the Red Lions as they make their descent. Craning their necks, phones at the ready, waiting to catch a glimpse of our first Red Lions as they make their approach. And here, all eyes leading the team this year, Master Warrant Officer Chu Eng Sing is making his approach and turning into the Padang now. He's got a whopping 1,085 jumps under his belt. As he makes this approach, the crowd is excited, going wild. And it's touchdown to loud applause from the spectators in the crowd. But coming in close, we have First Warrant Officer Galvin Chan making his approach with 942 jumps. He's coming in now. Making his approach, the audience is definitely excited for his return, and a safe landing for First Warrant Officer Galvin Chan as well. Now, hot on his heels, we have a Second Warrant Officer Yi Kian Yong. Now, he's coming right into the Padang now, all ready to score the smooth landing with 532 jumps. A strong finish. The crowd waving their flags and cheering his return. Up next, Second Warrant Officer Billy Lim logging 594 jumps for this moment. The crowd is holding their breath as he approaches now. And it's touchdown for him as well. 4 down, 3 to go. Coming in quick, we have Second Warrant Officer Chua Seng Boon. Now he's got 980 jumps under his belt to make this jump today. You can see the wind conditions here also making it quite challenging, but it looks like he's coming in confidently, and he's safely back as well. The spectators welcoming home with loud cheers and applause. We also have Second Warrant Officer Sandy Wong is making her approach as well. 700 jumps under her belt. The excited crowd at the Padang is cheering her on. And she's almost there. And yes, she's home safely as well. And we have the final Red Line First Warrant Officer Eugene Cho. He's the eye in the sky, the man behind all the exciting aerial shots that you've been seeing, clocking an impressive 1,550 jumps, leading to this confident approach here. And the crowd is going wild, waiting for him to make it safely home. And we have it. The crowd is welcoming all our Red Lions home. A spectacular end to the pre-parade segment. Always, the Red Lions are one of the biggest highlights of this year's NDP. What an amazing performance by our Red Lions, making such a challenging feat look absolutely effortless. And a wave to the audience at the Padang, delighted at the performance. The spectators, of course, enjoying every minute of the amazing performance. You can see them smiling, waving, cheering, and showing their respect and appreciation for all the hard work that it took to put this show together. A high five there among the Red Lions. Not an easy feat at all. You can see the camaraderie between them and also with the crowd at the Padang. What a memorable experience, such an incredible feat accomplished by the Red Lions this evening. And not forgetting our naval divers as well, and this jump of unity. Confident wave there from Sandy Wong as they soak in all that energy. And presenting both the Red Lions and the Republic of Singapore Navy naval divers taking a final salute together after making a safe landing home. The crowd is erupting in cheers and applause at both Marina Bay and the Padang, waving their flags and thanking these fearless jumpers for yet another exciting and memorable performance.
Wow, what a way to mark Singapore's 60th birthday.
This is what home means to me. This is what home means to me.
That's right, it was truly heart-stopping.
But you know what, guys? Let's harness the energy right now, just for a few moments, as we reflect on how far we've come over the last 60 years as one nation.
And you know, on a more personal note, earlier on, we got all of you to write something meaningful on your placards. I see that a lot of you are doing it right now as well. Keep them close to you, because later on, you're going to show to the whole of Singapore what your wishes are.
That's right, Sonia. And you know what, guys? Everything that we've achieved so far starts out as a wish or a dream, no matter how impossible that dream might be. For example, wanting to perform in a band for NDP.
Hey, you know what? So giving you some history, 60 years ago, our founding Prime Minister, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, and the MOE actually came up with the Band Project. And those bands actually performed for our very first NDP, held here in 1966, and gave us music.
That's right, Joachim. From just 4 brass bands, we have over 200 bands now in Singapore. And through the Band Project, hundreds of thousands of students have had the opportunity to learn music regardless of their background.
Now, you will see some of these bands perform today, but I got a question for you guys. What kind of instruments did you learn when you were younger at their age?
Okay, I can play one instrument very well, the recorder.
Okay, wait, anyone else? Abby?
Well, I used to be able to play the trumpet, used to be. Yeah.
And Joachim?
Trumpet, recorder, I'll go with castanets.
Castanets?
Simple.
Okay, you guys, I think we can create a band already. Why not, right?
With you as the singer.
With me as a singer, maybe,
All right,
maybe.
let's go.
But it's going to be really wonderful because in just a while, you will see them take the stage, led by ME5, Ignatius Wang, who he himself got his start through the Band Project. So you guys, it's going to be an awesome moment where all of your eyes are on the stage right now. Please give it up for the Combined Schools Marching Band from Tanjong Katong Secondary School, Yuhua Secondary School, and West Spring Secondary School.
People here at Padang, Marina Bay, wherever you are here in Singapore, when we say Majulah, you say Singapura. 1, 2, 3,
Majulah!
I love to dance. I'm also embracing my culture, and that's why I keep showing up. I want to show the beauty of our shared art forms.
I want to keep learning about the journey that shaped my identity. Because in order to truly understand ourselves is to understand our origins, and that will allow us to better understand the people around us.
I want to create a safe space for us to connect. We can freely express our feelings, protect the vulnerable from invisible threats, so that no one will feel unsafe online.
I want us to take care of one another. I want to live life to the fullest, to make new friends, to make my friends and family proud.
I want to ensure quality care reaches those who need it most, to really deliver that care to patients, and I can push myself and do greater things to make healthcare more affordable and accessible in Singapore.
I want to show that music speaks, even when words can't. Music makes me feel good because I found my voice in every note I play.
And performing live in the Padang is 14-year-old violinist Nomi Gabrielli. She is accompanied by Jeremy Wong and Yi Anchi from the Tongue Ensemble. These performers show us how music is for all, regardless of one's background.
I want us to power the future with sustainability in mind. I've seen the impacts of climate change to the people around me. So if we want to fix it, the solution depends on you and me.
I want us to keep spirit of reading alive. This is my heritage, you see. My father used to run a bookshop. So I want to keep my father's heritage business till the end.
I want us to recognize that success means different things to different people. In this plumbing trade, right, success is the balance for me between I get my own free time and I get to earn money.
I want us to always work towards our full potential because I think people are a lot more capable than they think that they are. There will be days where it's a lot tougher than others, but you remind yourself why you are doing this, I think you'll be okay.
I want us to build a stronger and united Singapore. Knowing that the community has shown me kindness and empathy that make me want to give back even more.
I want us to be positive and live a life that's unstoppable.
If I'm blessed to do something, give it my best shot because I may never have a chance to do it again.
Ladies and gentlemen, please hold up your placards.
And you can see now the spectators in the Padang penning down their wishes for Singapore on these giant placards, expressing their hopes and dreams for the country on this very special National Day celebration. getting into their final formation now, forming the words SG60 in celebration of our nation's 60th birthday. Happy NDP 2025.
This is what home means to me. This is what home means to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the National Day Parade 2025 as we proudly celebrate SG60, our Diamond Jubilee. The parade regimental sergeant major this evening is Senior Warrant Officer Lim Che Hui, Chief Master Trainer, Infantry Training Institute, and Brigade Sergeant Major, 5th Singapore Infantry Brigade.
All right. Ready. Yo. Tulang. Senja. Ta. Baris. Dari kiri dan kanan. Cepat jalan. Light.
This year marks the Singapore Armed Forces' 60th anniversary, commemorating 6 decades of commitment and dedication in safeguarding Singapore's peace and security. Marching in the forefront is the Singapore Army contingent, led by Captain Stephen Cheng. The Republic of Singapore Navy contingent, led by Military Expert 4 Phu Kok Cheng. The Republic of Singapore Air Force contingent, led by Military Expert 4 Tan Ka Wei. The SAF Volunteer Corps contingent, led by SAF VC Volunteer 4 Arlene Pang. And the Singapore Police Force contingent, led by Deputy Superintendent of Police Xiao Zhengqian. And the Singapore Civil Defence Force, led by Captain Ling Si Hua. And behind them are the uniformed youth organizations formed by the students. Leading the contingents are Teng Ziyu from NCC Land, Nurin Jaslina from NPCC, Ting Zizing from Girls Brigade Singapore, Lim Shu Xian from St. John's Brigade Singapore, Angelo Chu from Singapore Scouts Association, Ma Chun Li from NCC Sea and Air, Lo Marian from NCDCC, Talia Ng from Girl Guide Singapore, Chong Eugene from Singapore Red Cross, and Chua Yong Kang from Boys Brigade Singapore. And to celebrate our Diamond Jubilee, this year's parade and ceremony features the largest number of participating civilian contingents in NDP's recent history. Marching in now from the rear of the Padang are the 18 contingents representing the social and economic sectors of our nation. These civilian organizations and companies showcase how far Singapore has progressed socially and economically over the last 60 years. Together, the 40 contingents on parade reflect the unwavering dedication of the military and civilian sectors of Singapore and their commitment to defending our nation.
Baris. Russo. Senja. Ta. Baris. Ke kanan lo. Ruth.
Ladies and gentlemen, the parade commander will now take over command of the parade from the parade regimental sergeant major.
In 1966, Singapore stood together for our first National Day Parade. I was very proud I was able to represent Singapore, be able to don the uniform and represent the SAF to show the strength of our small nation. Times may have changed, but our unity remains the same.
This year's NDP is something really special to me. It's a milestone, and I am proud to be part of something so much bigger than myself.
It takes a whole village. Every rehearsal, every break, we are part of making that happen, and that's our pride.
I felt honoured because we know that we are not just marching for ourselves. It is for the SCDF officers from the past and present.
It's a celebration of who we are, young or old, front stage or backstage. We all march forward together as one Singapore. Everyone together.
Kawalan kehormatan. Masuk! Baris! Baris! Hormat panji-panji. Hormat! Senja! Tuk!
Kawalan kehormatan dari kiri cepat-cepat. Lot!
Marching in now are the 36 regimental colours, the 4 state colours, and the 6 Guard of Honour contingents. The colours were originally military flags that were a means of identification in battle. In the past, when colours were carried on active service, they stood as a rallying point and the scene of their last stand. Because of their importance, capturing an enemy's colours was considered a great honour, while losing one's colours was a severe humiliation. Hence, a group of soldiers, the Colours Party, was assigned to protect the colours whenever they were brought into battle. Today, the significance of colours is more symbolic in nature. They are the embodiment of an institution's history, honour, and tradition. And the Colours Regimental Sergeant Major is Military Expert 3 Ong Sin Tree. This year's gun salute will be executed by the soldiers from the 24th Battalion Singapore Artillery at Merlion Park. Now you're looking at the M3G floating rafts operated by the soldiers from the 35th Battalion Singapore Combat Engineers. Guard of Honour contingents are proudly formed by the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Digital and Intelligence Service, the Singapore Police Force, and for the first time, the Singapore Civil Defence Force.
Kawalan kehormatan. Ke kanan lo. Terus. Kawalan kehormatan. Hormat panji-panji. Hormat senja. Tok. Boris Russo, Senja, To. Boris Senang Day, Hui.
The parade commander this evening is Lieutenant Colonel Mohammad Firdaus bin Mohammad Ghazali, Commanding Officer, Motorized Infantry Battalion Training Center, Motorized Infantry Training Institute. Ladies and gentlemen, our 4 talented singers, Pallavi, Hema, Kuwei, and Shai, will now lead a medley of familiar favorites, Singapura, Si Shui Chang Liu, Chan Mali Chan, and Sing A Nada.
Singapura, oh Singapura, sunny island, sets in the sea. Singapura, oh Singapura, pretty flowers, none for you and me. Come along, join the song and merry singing. Blend our voices, join in the chorus. Singapura, oh Singapura, pretty flowers, room for you and me.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our senior parliamentary secretaries, mayors, ministers of state, and senior ministers of state to this evening's parade.
And entering the Padang now are some of Singapore's leaders. We see senior parliamentary secretaries Goh Han Yan and Sean Huang leading the way there. Great to see some new faces, also some very familiar ones. We have some mayors here as well, and senior ministers of state also. All the beautiful outfits in red and white. Great to see all our leaders here in one place, ready to celebrate the special occasion with everyone at the Padang, all 27,000 of them.
曾在球场边为你欢呼，你贴上我背负，夜里流星飞渡，想象着他日的路途，晚风听着我们壮志无数。
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us at the parade today are our cabinet ministers, Deputy Prime Minister, and Senior Minister, Mr. Lee Hsien Loong.
And a rousing welcome for our cabinet ministers, also for our Senior Minister Lee Hsien Loong there, and Deputy Prime Minister Gan Kim Yong. The audience at the Padang clearly very excited to see all our leaders here with them to celebrate Singapore's 60th birthday.
Buah hati saya bagai telur dikupas. Chan Mali Chan, hey hey. Chan Mali Chan, hey hey. Chan Mali Chan, ketipu payung. Chan Mali Chan, hey hey. Chan Mali Chan, hey hey. Chan Mali Chan, ketipu payung.
Present here with us at the parade today are our former presidents, Dr. Tony Tan Keng Yang and Madam Halima Yaakob, along with Emeritus Senior Minister, Mr. Goh Chok Tong. Let's give them a warm welcome.
So lovely to see our past presidents seated side by side with ESM Goh as well.
Let's give it up for our 4 talented singers and their amazing voices.
This is what home means to me. This is what home means to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to welcome the distinguished leaders from various countries to the Padang as they join us in celebrating Singapore's 60th National Day. Representing the Prime Minister of Malaysia, Dato' Sri Anwar Ibrahim, let's welcome His Excellency, Dato' Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, Deputy Prime Minister of Malaysia.
Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi joins us in the Padang today. He was appointed Deputy Prime Minister of Malaysia in December 2022.
Let's welcome His Royal Highness Tunku Mahkota Ismail, Regent of Johor, and Her Highness Chekuan Mahkota Khalida Johor.
Tunku Ismail is the Regent and Crown Prince of Johor. He became the Regent of Johor upon the accession of his father to the throne as the 17th Yang di-Pertuan Agong of Malaysia. And joining us now is His Excellency Prabowo Subianto, President of the Republic of Indonesia. Mr. Prabowo was sworn in as the 8th President of Indonesia on 20th October 2024. Prior to that, he was Indonesia's Defense Minister. And we have with us His Majesty Sultan Hassan Al Bolkiah, who is Sultan of Brunei Darussalam. Sultan Hassan Al Bolkiah is the longest reigning current monarch and longest serving current head of state in the world. What an honor to have him with us today, along with all our foreign guests.
Boris, Sade, here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the arrival of our Prime Minister, Mr. Lawrence Wong.
Singapore's Prime Minister Lawrence Wong arriving at the Padang now. PM Lawrence Wong is Singapore's 4th Prime Minister, and this is his 2nd appearance at the National Day Parade in this capacity.
Boris, hormat Perdana Menteri. Hormat. Senja. Tuh. Boris, Russo. Senja. Tuh.
Prime Minister Lawrence Wong will now take his seat.
Since taking office, PM Wong has engaged Singaporeans widely in a broad range of issues to strengthen the social compact. In his 2025 National Day message yesterday, PM Wong emphasized resilience, unity, and optimism amid global challenges.
Boris, senang deh. Wih.
Since 2018, I have been working as a space research scientist in the US. I haven't had a lot of opportunity to go back because of the long distance.
Moving out of Singapore into a new country, it is a little bit of a worry if the children would be able to adapt into a new education system.
It was very hard to leave Singapore for the first time because it meant leaving my parents behind and to not spend this precious time with them when they're growing older.
One thing I really value about Singapore is this sense of community. It almost feels like we are a little kampong. It's always difficult to leave that village when you leave Singapore.
Singapore will always be my home because that's where I grew up and that's where all my memories were made. The minute I get back to Singapore, it all comes back.
You know this kind of feeling when you know that when you're home, and I don't think there's a word that can describe that kind of feeling.
With so many things happening around the world, it is always comforting to know that my family and I can always come back to Singapore and call it home.
I want us to continue progressing as a country that will always be safe for all.
I hope Singapore can continue to be stable and united.
Happy birthday, Singapore.
Happy 60th birthday, Singapore.
A big round of applause, please, for the wonderful performance by our amazing choir from Greendale Secondary School and Voices of Singapore.
Boris, steady! Here!
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and welcome the arrival of the President of the Republic of Singapore, Mr. Tharman Shanmugaratnam.
President Tharman Shanmugaratnam arrives for the grand occasion for the second time as Singapore's head of state at the National Day Parade.
Baris, hormat Presiden. Hormat. Senja. Tuh. Baris, Russo, Senja. Tuh.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. From the RSAF 6F-15 SG Eagles, led by CO-142 Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Mohammad Iskandar, will execute a spectacular bomb burst, followed by 4 F-16 Fighting Falcons, led by CO-143 Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Jason Lau, in a diamond formation over the Padang in an enhanced salute to the nation, marking the Diamond Jubilee of Singapore. Coming to you from the cockpit of Lieutenant Colonel Mohammad Iskandar.
Good evening, Singapore. It is our honor to fly the enhanced salute to the nation. Happy 60th birthday, Singapore.
Now look up to the skies. And here they come!
This is what home means to me. This is what home means to me.
Mr. President, the parade is formed up, ready for your inspection, sir.
President Tharman Shanmugaratnam will now inspect the parade. As a mark of respect, the 25-pounder guns will fire in salute to the president. You're hearing shots fired from the 25-pounder howitzers. There'll be a total of 21 shots as part of the presidential gun salute. The president is escorted by Parade Commander Lieutenant Colonel Muhammad Firdaus bin Muhammad Ghazal and the Chief of Defence Force, Vice Admiral Aaron Bey. The 21 gun salute is the highest military honour conferred and reserved almost exclusively for the president during National Day parades. The President will now conduct his customary inspection of the Guard of Honour contingents, beginning first with the 1st Commando Battalion, a unit with a very proud history. The President stopping now to compliment a soldier. A proud moment for this young man, all the more poignant given this is a celebration of Singapore's Diamond Jubilee. The President now approaching the Navy Guard of Honour contingent, made up of men and women from the Naval Diving Unit. They too have a proud heritage as one of Singapore's elite units. Naval divers are known for their physical and mental strength, and even though they're at home underwater, they can also take on missions in the air and on land. Republic of Singapore Air Force Guard of Honour contingent, comprising men and women from the Air Power Generation Command. Its job is to ensure that the RSAF is able to deliver the air power required to complete its missions. It includes turning around aircraft, servicing and maintenance, and integrating operations across the 4 air bases. Up next, President Tharman inspects the Digital and Intelligence Services Defence Cyber Command, Joint Intelligence Command, and SAF C4 and Digitalization Command. The DIS plays a critical role in defending Singapore from threats in the digital domain, allowing SCF to operate better as a networked and integrated force to deal with new and evolving external threats, as well as safeguard Singapore's peace and sovereignty. Here's the Singapore Police Force Guard of Honour contingent from a training command. All police officers must pass through the command to ensure that they have the requisite operational and soft skills so Singapore remains safe and secure. For the very first time, the President inspects the Singapore Civil Defence Force Guard of Honour contingent. The SCDF provides emergency services like firefighting, technical rescue, and emergency medical services to keep all of us safe and secure. The ceremonial vehicle will now drive our President around the Padang. President Tharman Shanmugaratnam is the 9th President of Singapore, and this is his second NDP in this capacity. President Tharman has voiced support for ground-up initiatives that uplift the disadvantaged. He has worked alongside the government, community groups, voluntary organizations, and the nation to enhance our respect and appreciation for one another and strengthen multiculturalism. The crowd giving a rousing reception there for President Tharman. He's well received by Singaporeans for his relatability and personal understanding of heartland issues. Prior to his appointment, President Tharman served in politics for 22 years. In July 2023, he resigned as a member of the PAP and stepped down for Parliament and his government positions to stand as a candidate in the 2023 presidential election. He campaigned on the platform of respect for all, reflecting his long-held advocacy for recognizing every skill and contribution and deepening the practice of multiculturalism. A poignant and momentous occasion as the crowds and contingents are gathered here today to celebrate Singapore's 60th birthday and Diamond Jubilee together with our President.
The Guard of Honor will now execute the feu de joie or fire of joy to celebrate our nation's birthday.
Kawalan kehormatan akan tembak feu de joie. Isikan peluru. Hormat. Tembak. Isikan lagi. Hormat. Tembak. Isikan lagi. Hormat. Tembak. Kawalan kehormatan. Tatang. Senja. Tuh. Kawalan kehormatan. Rusuh. Senja. Tuh.
This is what home means to me. This is what home means to me.
Mr. President, may I have your permission to march off the parade after the aerial tribute to our nation by the Republic of Singapore Air Force. Sir.
Our president will now take his seat.
Sing a song for Singapore. With every generation, there's more to be grateful for. So come and sing. Sing a song for Singapore. You're my brother, you're my sister.
Boris, senang day. Whee!
To celebrate Singapore's 60th birthday, the Republic of Singapore Air Force has put together a special aerial tribute. First up, 6 F-15 SG Eagles will execute a flypast. Look out for 2 aircraft executing a full afterburner climb, signifying peace and prosperity. Rounding up the aerial display are 4 F-16 Fighting Falcons in a diamond formation. Watch as they execute a diamond cross maneuver. Happy birthday, Singapore!
Boris, sedih. Here. Kawalan kehormatan diam. Yang lain, Majulah, senja. Tuh. Boris akan berjalan keluar dalam masa cepat. Kawalan kehormatan dahulu. Kawalan kehormatan ke kanan. Yang lain ke kiri dan ke kanan. Oh, swing.
The march past once again led by the Colours Party. In today's context, the Singapore Armed Forces colours are meant to instill pride and loyalty in soldiers. Each of the colours or flags carry the emblems of the state and individual regiments. The regimental colours are conferred upon units and formations that have attained operational capability or made commendable achievements. And we now see the Colours Party forming up for the traditional march past, together with the 6 Guard of Honour contingents. Colours are awarded for achievement in the fields of combat, training, administration, efficiency, and service to the community. As a mark of respect, the crowd is asked to rise as the Colours Party marches past them. The Colours Party bears the badges that commemorate the achievements of the regiment and symbolise the pride, honour and loyalty of the men and women in the unit. Colours are accorded the highest honours and compliments and instill pride and loyalty in soldiers. A total of 40 marching contingents are featured in this evening's parade. Standing proudly behind the Colours Party are the 6 contingents from the SAF and Home Team, 10 contingents from the uniformed groups, 18 socio-economic organizations, the SAF Central Band and the SPF Band. This is the SAF Band's 100th anniversary. Now together, the contingents represent the country's commitment to the 6 pillars of total defense: military, civil, social, economic, digital, and psychological defense. And leading the march past is the parade commander, Lieutenant Colonel Muhammad Firdaus bin Muhammad Ghazali, followed by Parade Regimental Sergeant Major Senior Warrant Officer Lim Jie Hui. Following behind are the 36 regimental colours. With the colours Regimental Sergeant Major Military Expert 3 Ong Sin Chui. The Army Guard of Honour contingent is next, formed by men from the 1st Commando Battalion led by Major Aaron Lim. And we turn our attention now to the Navy Guard of Honour contingent formed by men from the Naval Diving Unit. This contingent led by Major Justin Kwan. We now see the Republic of Singapore Air Force contingent comprising men and women from the Air Power Generation Command. This 3rd Guard of Honour contingent led by Military Expert 5 To Hong Kwan. Up next is the contingent formed by the Digital and Intelligence Services Defence Cyber Command, Joint Intelligence Command and SAF C4 and Digitalization Command. This contingent led by Military Expert 5, Jesper Quick. The 5th Guard of Honour contingent is the Singapore Police Force contingent. Forming the contingent are men and women from the Police Training Command of the Singapore Police Force, led by Deputy Superintendent of Police Alex Chu. Finally, the 6th Guard of Honour contingent is the SCDF contingent. It comprises personnel from the SCDF headquarters, the Civil Defence Academy, the 4 Land Divisions and Marine Division. This contingent led by Major Lee Eun Hao. Total defence forms the pillars of our nation, and it involves every Singaporean playing our part to build a strong and cohesive nation. And bringing the parade closer to the audience, the contingents from the SAF Home Team, SAF Volunteer Corps, and uniformed youth organisations are now forming up for the Onward March, where they'll march out of the Padang through the stands. They carry with them the spirit of courage and unity, and our shared commitment to move forward as one nation, one people, and one Singapore. Now we see the members of our SAF home team and uniform groups exiting the Padang through the stands. As they pass the spectators, the crowd is cheering them on and waving their flags, showing their gratitude for all the hard work in protecting Singapore and keeping us safe. All the beautiful smiles in the audience. Now back on the Padang stage, our social and economic groups are up next, and leading the way we have the PAP-PCF contingent led by Mr. Zulkarnain Abdul Wahid. And the National Trades Union Congress contingent led by Ms. Noor Irawati binti Jamaluddin. Next, the contingents formed by Keppel Limited, led by Mr. Andrew Whitmarsh. And Semcor Industries Limited, led by Mr. Kwek Zhen Wei. The next block of contingents are formed by OSIM International Private Limited, led by Mr. Lawrence Lim. And Singtel, led by Mr. Lionel Chung. Up next, we have the contingents formed by DBS and POSB, led by Mr. Kyle Ang Kai Tie. And PSA International, led by Mr. Ki Myung Koon. And People's Association. This contingent led by Mr. Fong Yun Kyong. And One Team Singapore, led by Mr. Maurice Sim. Following closely behind are the contingents formed by Grab Holdings, led by Mr. Edmund Tan. And One Changi contingent by Changi Airport, led by Mr. Brian Lam. Propnext Realty contingent is up next. It's led by Mr. CJ Tew. And Cetrium Limited, led by Mr. Muhammad Nur Fahan bin Abdul Aziz. Coming up, the EU Holidays contingent. That's led by Mr. Ong Han Jie. And SATS Limited, led by Mr. Daniel Low. And Good Hood, the digital kampong. This contingent led by Mr. Tong Siu Kyung. And finally, rounding off the socio-economic contingents, the Shopee contingent, led by Mr. Kavan Chia. The marching music for the parade and ceremony is provided by the combined band, comprising members from the SAF Central Band, the SPF Band, the Singapore NCC Command Band, and the NPCC Band. Led by Director of Music, Military Expert 5, Ignatius Wang. And the drum majors from the Singapore Armed Forces, Military Expert 2, Jash Chua. From the Singapore Police Force, Senior Staff Sergeant Muhammad Faisal Banjui. Staff Sergeant NCC Siu Kai Tze. And Sergeant NPCC Tang Zi Cheng. The military band is another highlight of the parade, with the musical performance accompanied by solid marching and even a hint of the dramatic. And that's where the drum majors come in, their flourishes with their maces, now taking on a theatrical twist when they were previously used to define drill movements and signal commands. The elaborate displays often have spectators on the edge of their seats. And that rounds off the parade and ceremony segment of NDP 2025.
This is what home means to me. This is what home means to me.
Our next segment, the mobile column, was first introduced in NDP 1969 with 18 AMX tanks, symbolizing our resolve to defend Singapore. Featured in milestone years, the mobile column returns in SG-60 with a first ever integration of assets on land, in the air, and at the Marina Bay. Presenting to you the Mobile Column 2025.
The mobile column will make its grand return for the National Day Parade 2025, its first appearance at the Padang since Singapore's bicentennial celebrations in 2019. This year's mobile column commemorates 60 years of Singapore's independence. Themed Our Strength, Our People, Our Future, it'll display the combined strength and advanced technological capabilities of the Singapore Armed Forces, Home Team, and Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore. In a historic first for NDP, the mobile column will feature a new format, integrating an aerial flypast over the Padang and a maritime display at Marina Bay with a traditional drive past along St. Andrews Road. Segment 1, Defending Our Nation, showcases the full suite of the SAF's combat platforms and its capabilities. This year's mobile column is commanded by Lieutenant Colonel Alex Chan, mounted on the mighty Leopard 2 SG main battle tank. The first wave of vehicles showcases our Army's sharpest edge, our armoured fighting forces. With their impressive firepower, protection and mobility across all terrains, our armoured vehicles lead the Army on the battlefield swiftly and decisively. And besides the tanks, we see the fully digitalized Hunter armoured fighting vehicles, armed with a 30mm cannon and advanced missile systems, dominating the battlefields of the future. And the Bronco family of armoured support vehicles, these vehicles are a versatile family of support vehicles to perform a variety of tasks, including recovery and repair capabilities in challenging terrains. And up in the sky, you'll see the 6 F-15 SG Eagles crossing each other. They're executing a multi-axis vertical climb around the Padang, a first for the mobile column. And there they go. Wow, look at how close these jets crossed each other in such precise coordination. Absolutely incredible. What amazing skill and training it must have taken to perform that maneuver. Look at the awe on the faces of the spectators. Our fighter jets integrate closely with our land forces to deliver a knockout punch. And over the skies, cast your eyes on the A330 MRTT, which refuels our jet fighters mid-air. Escorting it are some F-16s and a G550 aircraft. The F-16 Fighting Falcons lead the G550 aircraft, which detects aerial threats. Together, they clear the skies for our army to progress unimpeded. Following closely behind, you have the Terex and the Bellrex, starting with the Terex. It provides infantry forces with enhanced protection, mobility, and firepower. It also networks soldiers and air and land weapons platforms. And following closely behind, we have the Bellrex. It provides motorized infantry combat support and combat service support forces with improved firepower and protection, as well as situational awareness to enhance their chances of survival. Next, check out our light strike vehicles, swift, stealthy, and equipped to destroy bigger vehicles, including tanks. Now watch as the M3G opens its ramp to become a float bridge. Together with the mobility support system, they help transport our land forces across water. Now remember the presidential gun salute earlier? Well, these cannons were loaded on these M3Gs at Marina Bay, so you can imagine the weight these can carry. And over in the skies, cast your eyes on the A330 MRTT, which fuels our jet fighters mid-air. These RSAF helicopters, in the lead S-70B Seahawk, which enhances the Navy's capabilities, and joining it two AH-64D Apaches to provide fire support for our land troops. In the rear, H-225Ms and CH-47 Chinook to ferry troops and equipment in battle. And back on the road, feast your eyes on the Army's intelligence and artillery assets, the new V-15 unmanned aerial vehicle, which detects targets far away. It allows artillery, such as the High Mobility Artillery Rocket System and howitzers, to destroy targets up to 70 kilometers away. And here you see the High Mobility Artillery Rocket System, or HIMARS. And up next, you see our signal vehicles that connect our forces on the battlefield. And following closely behind are our combat service support vehicles, which sustain operations and keep our troops going. And presenting our Aster-30 and Spider ground-based air defense missile systems that safeguard Singapore's skies around the clock. And here's the Mobile Collins Sergeant Major, Master Warrant Officer Low Kia Fai. And sailing past the Marina Bay are the Navy's Combatant Craft Medium and its new unmanned surface vessel. They both detect and respond effectively to maritime threats. And look up now to see our Charlie 130 Hercules and Fokker 50 aircraft. These aircraft have been deployed with our ships and soldiers in Asia and beyond to support humanitarian missions and to counter piracy in the Gulf of Aden.
When we deploy for such humanitarian mission, everyone is part of the same team, and no matter the mission, no matter the complexity, no matter the unique circumstance of every mission, it boils down to ensuring that your fundamentals are always prepared. In these missions, there are always a lot of uncertainties. How long will we be here? It was a certain level of sacrifice, both at the individual level as well as the family level. At the end of the day, we know what our duties are, and you find meaning in your job. And I think that's what keeps us going.
Segment 3 is Securing Our Singapore. It showcases the coordinated defense capabilities of the SAF and home team. And at the bay are the Police Coast Guard vessels and this Rapid Response Fire Vessel, as well as the MPA Patrol Craft, providing operational control. Segment 2, Our Strength in Action. It highlights the SCF and home team's contributions to global security and crisis situations. Leading the way are the vehicles deployed for complex rescue missions. They include aid packages that can be airdropped to crisis locations, as well as a water purification unit to provide anyone with potable water. And we also see the SCDF vehicles that are deployed for complex operations. And protecting our waters, combatant craft underwater is operated by the Naval Diving Unit's Special Boat Group, which combats maritime terrorism.
I believe that all of us wear different uniforms. Home team and whole of government, we come together. That is why we do these exercises to learn each other's strengths and see how we complement each other.
Palm Ladder Chief 42 Echo to our center, responding to location. Victor 1 Roger, proceeding from station.
Come guys, let's go! Hurry up! Let's go!
We come together always to encourage each other and work together, and we can see where we can assist each other in times of need. I believe that it's the one goal we all have, that we want to help people. So I think that is what keeps us bonded and always working towards the goal. We have what it takes to actually do what we can to keep our loved ones safe and also Singapore safe.
And back on the road, we see a motorcade of our military police, SCDF, and traffic police in an impressive show of coordination. Our SAF and home team stand ready to respond to threats to our safety at a moment's notice. Introducing our SAF's Peacekeeper, which carries out security operations and works closely with the SPF's Emergency Response Team, Tactical Assault and Tactical Strike vehicles. And up next is the SCDF's electric pump ladder with a modular firefighting machine for remote fire suppression. And following closely behind is the 7th generation ambulance, always ready to respond to medical emergencies and save lives.
I know that many of them, especially those in the uniformed services, still have this duty, honor country in them.
For the new generation, they need to be prepared mentally and physically to attend any calls.
We cannot teach somebody to have a good character, but we can show through examples.
The foundation set by our seniors is important for us to build upon.
Because the foundation was built previously and is strong, it's up to me to achieve it in a better form.
The veterans have taught me a valuable lesson. You don't have to be like me, but they have to train the next generations better than me.
That is to upkeep what has already been installed and continue to find new ways and build new tracks.
It is about doing your job to your best of your ability.
The young ones, they have to perform in a different context, so you can expect that they will do things a bit differently from you.
I hope the new generation will continue my service and to do better than my era.
The standards will never drop. The passion to serve always be there because the uniform we wear is very sacred.
And rounding off the mobile column for NDP 2025, this segment, Generation to Generation, emphasizes the continued strengthening of Singapore through generational commitment to defense. Mobile column commander Lieutenant Colonel Alex Chan has returned to lead the convoy, and this time with his son, Chan Jing Hui. And now presenting our veterans from SAF and home team who have served Singapore with dedication and heart. Amongst them, our oldest veteran, 95-year-old Staff Sergeant Hui Xiao Kiet from the SAF, who sailed on the Navy's first ship, RSS Kanglima. And Senior Staff Sergeant Cynthia Ang, who was part of the protection team for the wife of our former President, Mrs. Benjamin Shears. And Senior Warrant Officer 1 Jimmy Tan, who was part of the rescue team for the Hotel New World disaster. To all our veterans across generations, thank you for your service. Our veterans inspire the next generation to achieve greater heights. And across the show stage, our SAF and home team officers from the current and future generations, they contribute to the legacy of those that came before them and continue to keep our homeland safe and secure. And the Padang cheering, giving our veterans and servicemen and women from all generations a huge round of applause. Our men and women in Singapore will always continue to serve for the betterment of our country.
As a kid, I look up to my father. He inspired me and I wanted to be just like him. As a father and a leader, things changed a lot for me. I have this soft spot in my heart for not only my sons, but also the students or the trainees that I'm training. And then knowing, understanding that they are learning and growing up.
I think it's every decision I make is a shared one because it affects my family too. And that's also the reason why I try very hard to show them why we need to serve.
By contributing to the safety and security of Singapore, I'm also maintaining a safer and secure home for my family. I have to sacrifice a bit of family time to work. It doesn't feel very good sometimes, but I know that they are well taken care of.
And for me, leaving a legacy, well, by having him is a legacy. Be it one of the day, whether he continues to serve in SAF or any other form, or pursue his own interests.
I mean, if my three boys were to walk down this path, I will give them my 100% support. I'll make sure they continue this legacy and be proud and create their own legacy also.
This is what home means to me. This is what home means to me.
And now, Singapore. Take out your flags and wave them in the air. We are proud to present the SG60 NDP Show!
This special SG60 show took 1.5 years to plan for. The brainchild of creative director Bu Jin Feng will feature a spectacular expanded canvas at Marina Bay.
Threads of a tapestry, a house full of love. Every voice is a story, waiting to unfold, to be seen, heard, and known. differences won't make us whole. Here we are, we're in this together, our spirits forever. Look how far we have come. Here we are, no matter the weather, through the storms and changes, wave your flag in the sun. Here we are, through the fire, we can live our hopes and dreams. Here we are, this is what home means to me.
Good evening, Singapore. Please welcome the one and only Kit Chan.
When we sail through seasons of change, our journey's not over. I'm so glad you're my neighbor. We're to each other as we face the unknown. Just know you're never on your own. Here we are, we're in this together, the spirits forever. Look how far we have come. Here we are, no matter the weather, through the storms and changes, wave your flag in the sun. Here we are, through the fire, we can live our hopes and dreams. Here we are, this is what home means to me. Wave your flag in the sun. Look how far we have come. Living our hopes and dreams. This is what home means to me. Here we are, we're in this together, our spirits forever. Look how far we have come. Here we are, no matter the weather, the storms and changes, wave your flag in the sun. Here we are, through the fire, we can live our hopes and dreams. Here we are, this is what home means to me. Here we are, this is what home means to me. Wave your flag in the sun. Look how far, this is what home means to me.
And that was Charlie Lim and Kit Chan with this year's NDP theme song, Here We Are. And now, Act 1, Our People, Our Diversity. Rakyat Singapura celebrates Singapore's diverse society.
Mari kita, rakyat Singapura, sama-sama menuju bahagia. Cita-cita kita yang mulia, berjaya Singapura. Marilah kita bersatu
Let us unite
dengan semangat yang baru.
in a new spirit.
Semua kita berseru.
Let our voices soar as one.
Majulah Singapura.
Onward, Singapore.
Majulah
Onward.
Singapura. my city. Mari kita semaikan hidup ini dengan benih budaya warisan budi. Mari kita meriahkan hidup ini dengan kilau budaya ibu pertiwi. Marilah sama memastikan budaya kita takkan hilang. Dondange saya dengan bersopan. Dondange saya Mari kita berazam dalam dunia berpecah belah dengan keadaan yang huru hara. Niat kami tetap ikhlas tenang, pelan-pelan kayu hati terang bersama. Tak kisah dari mana you come from, 60 years belum many phases. Kampung spirit lives in people not places. Dalam kehidupan yang penuh riwayat, semua menari ronggeng rakyat. Dalam kehidupan yang penuh riwayat, semua menari ronggeng rakyat. Ada victory, yeah. Una kena enakini, kana banaja my club kuri. Edirgalam pergasi yang kaya pedi. In the name of my no number living a dream. Pudu madram, pudu kala munere Singapore. Marina Bay,
something to sing along. Jinquinona, Jinquinona, yo querer casar. Jinquinona, Jinquinona, yo querer casar. Let's go! Casa non te importa, non hai mai
This act portrays diversity in both its traditional and modern form, as well as coming together to form a collective destiny.
For a Singapore cowboy and anyone who has dared to dream. I was born a half a world from Nashville, Tennessee, where all year long the summer breezes blow. And while my friends are flying kites and planting bonsai trees, I got high on country radio. Singapore cowboy, so far from my home. Bright stars and guitars, but none of my own. Singapore cowboy, where do I belong? Don't you Singapore cowboy, another lonely song.
There's a jewel on the ocean, a gem upon the sea, where the future isn't open, but the land of destiny. We can set our sights into the wind and sail the seven seas. We'll climb the highest mountain top as long as we believe. What do you see? What do you see? What do you see when life makes you take on a mountain? You see that nothing's gonna stand in your way. Together we can share the strength of a million and the courage of a million more. See the moon and the stars, look how far we've come. Look around at our faces, they shine brightly in the sun. With our hopes and dreams, imagine what tomorrow it may bring. 'Cause the sky's the only limit when you're not afraid to dream. What do you see? What do you see? Yeah! Come on! Let's go, Singapore! Woo!
What a spectacular end to Act 1. Homegrown band Electrical there with What Do You See? An uplifting and hopeful reminder to bring our dreams to life.
This is what home means to me. This is what home means to me.
So the old one wasn't high enough?
It needs to be much higher for the Olympics.
Mari, tolong bapak.
Tapi berat lah.
Alah, mari. Mari, 1, 2, 3.
那你下给我。外面很多人在等。
妈，没有嘞。我去海边抓。
不用，我今天刚有看到的。
妈，真的没有。
我是不是已经拿出来了啊？
எல்லாம் உன் நல்லதுக்கு தான் ஜே.
Upcycling is the future. With your support, we can transform these old items into something new and exciting.
It's impressive, but are we ready for a corporate order of this size?
Gua mau balik mata. Jumpa lagi ya.
Mak, tengok.
Tengok ni.
Wah, apa yang awak kutip nari? Apa lu ajar anak lu bawa balik sampah?
Apa yang sampah?
Benda ni semua kotor kan? Tak tahu dulu ini siapa punya. Dahlah bang, jangan pedulikan dia. Mari. Masuk.
Yani masih kerja?
Hari ni Yani balik lambat. Ayah tak payah tunggulah.
Kenapa kerja tu semua kau buat sendiri?
Ayah jangan risau. Yani okey.
Any news on the nomination for the Olympics?
李金兰女士吗？
是我，什么事吗？
上个月我同事跟你谈关于搬迁的事，有什么问题可以打电话给我们。
去换衣服。
You are a smart kid, but your results aren't showing it. Have you thought about what you want to do in the future?
What future? Someone like me has no future.
Don't say that. Things may not look so bright at the moment.
It will be a moment of anguish. You see the whole of my adult life.
But it will get better. We're here for you. Okay?
Act 2, Our Future, Our Aspirations, invites us to consider a kinder, more inclusive future for Singapore, for all of us who call this island our home. This is a great time for all of us to reflect on our hopes and dreams as we commemorate 60 years of Singapore.
Go like a fire, the longer the
Did you hear that? It sounds like we're surrounded by whales at the Padang. The buildings in the city begin to light up with characters created by artists with disabilities. Along with the colourful floats, they bring such a sense of joy, wonder, and imagination to our city skyline. Each of them an expression of love and hope for these talented artists.
How many times have you heard them say the future is uncertain and everything must change? But all of my worries and all of my fears begin to lose their way when I hold you near. If all that we are is what we believe, then I know I've got to be the change I want to see. How easy we forget that everything takes time. No, nothing's ever perfect, but I still call you mine. Through all the years, every lesson learned, when each word can't be a blessing, to listen is to love. Can we afford to be kinder to others and ourselves? There's always room at the table and water from the well. And I know a house doesn't make a home, but you're never really lost when you're never alone. I know a house doesn't make a home. May the stories that bind us bring new strength for us to hold. I'll be living for the day where our differences make us whole.
On stage, Hima Azati is joined by the beautiful dancers from Maya Dance Theatre as they hold space for a more inclusive Singapore.
But you're never really lost when you're never alone. I know a house doesn't make a home. May the stories that bind us bring new strength for us to hope. I'll be living for the day where our differences make us whole.
This is what home means to me. This is what home means to me.
Oh, awesome. Did it again.
Jay! You know how to play drums, right?
Mari, tolong Bapak.
So what's the name of our band? Maybe Out of Death?
What about this?
Fire Ninja Tornado Prata.
Good morning, passengers. We are now approaching London.
Bagus.
Where are you from?
Singapore.
That's a long way from London. Are you the only one from Singapore?
Yes, sir. I'm the first. But there'll be others.
Gua mau bilang lu buang aja kalau sudah rosak.
Kalau menampi, jangan tumpah patinya.
Apa-apa pun, Bapak boleh repair.
Coba.
Act 3 centers on learning from those who have come before us. We now have a balloon floating in. Can you guess who's in it?
Remember the days we set out together with faith. Remember the times so fine when we thought that nothing could stand in our way. Then things weren't the same. The life that we knew had to change. We struggled through the darkest storms we thought we couldn't tame. Together we've tried as we've stood side by side. I knew we'd build a new world, a world of hope forever after. Deep in my heart, I just know, right from the start, we would grow. Look where we are, we've come so far. There's still a long, long way to go. With all of my heart, I won't care. I'll play my part, I will share with family and friends. Together we'll stand, and in the end, hand in hand, we will get there. So now we begin.
And you're hearing the crowd come alive as we see 60 giant inflatables being tossed among the audience in celebration of our community spirit. They remind us that regardless of our age, we should always live life to the fullest.
There's so much we can contribute by sharing just a little light. We'll start again anew. So why don't we try? If we stand side by side, I know we build a new world, a world of hope forever after. Deep in my heart, I just know, right from the start, we will go. Look where we are, we've come so far. There's still a long, long way to go. With all of my heart, I will care. I'll play my part, I will share with family and friends. Together we'll stand, and in the end, hand in hand, we will get there. We will get there.
Things are moving slower than expected.
A week is fine.
这里比我们的地方大哎。
我们可以的啦。你看，还靠海。
还得请工人，我们够钱吗？
妈，我们可以帮忙。
It's okay to dream big. You don't have to do it all by yourself.
Yes, you sure can do it. Yes, I think so.
Anti-anti tu semua hebat.
Kalau Yani nak orang lain tolong, jiran kita tu mesti ada yang perlukan duit ekstra.
Boleh juga.
阿珍昨天都有空。我想念你的饭树叶了。谢谢谢谢。德公的聚会我们在这里办，这里够位吗？一定够位，一定够位。
Datuk Yani dulu selalu kata, kalau menampi, jangan tumpah padinya. Mesti Datuk bangga ada cucu macam Yani.
The crowd is getting really excited now. It looks like they might recognize this next song, a much awaited performance over at Marina Bay.
How do I reach for the skies if I'm feeling low? Don't know where to go. How do I stand when it's time, when spirits are high and flags will fly? But then I come to the river that runs through my town, where our fathers and mothers have watered the ground, and the roads I have walked and the faces I know, I know. I know. If we just look to each other, then this house will feel like home. And the more we're together, the further we'll go. You and I, not alone, not alone.
How do I know I belong? We'll find love for every creed and color if we lean on one another. How will I ever get there? All I know is you and me do better when we run together. Then I come to the river and fears start to fade. My brothers and sisters, we journey the same, and I know,
Singapore,
I know.
lift up your lights.
If we just look to each other, then this house will feel like home. And the more we're together, the further we'll go. You and I, we're not alone, not alone.
Just when a pull in a river can be the one to turn the tide.
as Benjamin King at Marina Bay and Rahima Rahim at the Padang with a combined performance of Not Alone.
This is what home means to me. This is what home means to me.
The crowd, the atmosphere, the level of competition, it must have been electrifying. He was a great athlete, and he was Singapore's first Olympian at the 1948 London Olympics. He was a legend in the family, and he never swayed from what he believed in. I felt inspired to follow his footsteps. I feel like sports is the greatest equalizer. It shows people that the impossible is doable.
My grandfather was an entrepreneurial person, really driven, and back then my dad actually helped my grandfather collect second items around Singapore. When I was a child, I just loved following my parents in Sungai Road and then seeing them finding something that they like. My dad's and my grandfather's generation, they were there for survival. But right now, our generation have this privilege to take it to another level, to create a bigger impact.
我以前是住在德光的kampung哦，那时候我们是小小生意做起来了，鱼啊、虾啊、螃蟹啊、炒菜啊，什么都有啦。我们那时候哦，就是我们炒kang kong最出名，还有番薯叶也是，才子就有店里帮忙一点啦。后来就没办法搬来新加坡咯。They sacrifice their life, their friends, their community. Everything there and start all over again. 我们拿到这间店哦，担心讲有生意没有生意啦，然后家里人团结，还有我们的邻居他们的支持，才会把生意慢慢的做起来。
In my teenage years, I was this angry kid just trying to find his place in the world. And in Boys Town, it was super angsty because I felt like I didn't deserve to be here. One day I went behind the drums, started playing around with it. I genuinely loved it, and I developed this confidence that I can play the drums. The most important lesson I learned as a youth in Boys Town was everyone has their own stories. Everyone behaves a certain way because of the circumstances they come from. Now, as a staff, my past experiences allows me to relate.
I hope to inspire athletes by being what Grand Uncle Lloyd was to me. I want us to succeed not only in sports, but anything that we do.
I think one value that my grandfather and father has taught me is resilience. When you're faced with uncertainty, having to go through with whatever you're facing, I definitely learned to step out of my comfort zone and never stop learning.
希望以后还会有这种kampung的感情，我们的下一代希望也会跟着新加坡慢慢的成长。
I want us as a society to be able to be a bit kinder to each other. We live in this very fast-paced world where everything is competition. Sometimes it's nicer to just check in on people. We should never leave anyone behind. We should always move forward, trying to bring everyone with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Singaporeans in our midst who have inspired the stories you've seen in the films tonight. Singapore athletes across generations, like Lloyd Balberg, they continue to inspire others to pursue their dreams. Narani Anissa, the entrepreneur carrying on her grandfather Abdullah's legacy of upcycling. Lee Kam-bien, her daughter Chris and their family, keeping the kampong spirit of Pulau Tekong alive through their restaurants. And Eldridge Jai Kishan, youth worker at Boys Town, reaching out to youth through his passion for life and music.
And it's not just at the Padang, we're hearing the drummers from Minds over at MBS. And over at NTUC Centre too, from extraordinary people, all of them drumming in unison. A wonderful show of inclusivity and unity.
Just kept walking on. It's always darkest just before the dawn. Our home, the shade, where the garden always grows towards the light. The road ahead is daunting. I know we're gonna be alright.
I want us to serve others with heart in every journey. I want to brighten up my passenger day because I believe that it is important to start the day right.
I want us to be a more empathetic Singapore. In order for you to have care and concern for others, you need to be able to put yourself in the shoes of others.
I want us to keep opening doors for you to speak up and shine. It's up to the next generation to do what they want to have for the future.
I want us to continue pursuing our dreams freely. When you paint or when you draw, you create something with passion, people can feel it, feel the energy of it.
I want us to be a Singapore where excellence meets compassion. Whilst we try to chase for excellence, seeing people as who they are, being compassionate towards them and towards ourselves is what will make Singapore, Singapore.
Ladies and gentlemen, please hold like a
There's a place that'll stay within me, wherever I may choose to go. I will always recall the city, know every street and shore, sail down the river that brings us life, winding through my Singapore. This is home, truly, where I know I must be, where my dreams wait for me, where the river always flows. This is home, surely, as my senses tell me. This is where I won't be alone, for this is where I know it's when there are troubles to go through, we'll find a way to start anew. There is comfort in the knowledge that holds about his people too. So we'll build our dreams together, just like we've done before. Just like the river that brings us life, there'll always be Singapore. This is home, truly, where I know I must be, where my dreams wait for me, where that river always flows. This is home, surely, as my senses tell me. This is where I won't be alone, for this is where I know it's home, for this is where I know it's home, for this is where I know I'm home.
All the feels here at the Padang, Marina Bay, and not forgetting all of you at home too. On Singapore's 60th birthday, there's truly no place like home.
Singapore, we are drawing closer to our Majulah moment. People here at the Padang and Marina Bay, we ask that you stand up.
It's time to hear your beautiful voices. Let's sing along to the song.
Singaporeans, wherever you are, this one's for you.
Singapore, you know what you gotta do. Stand up.
The city coming alive in an explosion of music and color. If you're watching at home, do join us and sing along as we celebrate this momentous occasion for Singapore.
Marina Bay, the Padang, let me hear you scream!
We have a beautiful rainbow. We have a beautiful moon.
We just want to say happy birthday, Singapore. Let's hear you roar!
What a heartwarming celebration of Singapore's 60th birthday. All the smiling faces in the crowd and at home, all of us singing and dancing as one Singapore.
Singapore, one more time for SG60. Let us hear you roar!
A breathtaking finale for Singapore's Diamond Jubilee. Happy SG60 and onward, Singapore. And for all of our viewers at home, we'll say the national pledge and sing the national anthem together as one Singapore.
We, the citizens of Singapore, pledge ourselves as one united people, regardless of race, language, or religion, to build a democratic society based on justice and equality, so as to achieve happiness, prosperity, and progress for our nation.
Mari kita rakyat Singapura sama-sama menuju bahagia. Cita-cita kita yang mulia, berjaya Singapura. Mari kita bersatu
Ladies and gentlemen, let's thank all our performers and participants today with this huge round of applause. Our president, Mr. Tharman Shanmugaratnam, will now take his leave. Please put your hands together to wish him a very good night. Happy National Day!
And President Tharman is taking his leave now after a beautiful and memorable celebration of our nation's 60th birthday. What a momentous occasion for the entire nation as we celebrate Singapore's Diamond Jubilee. The President now speaking to Amelia Tan, our 9-year-old signer, for the Majulah moment. Taking a moment to thank not just her, but also all the participants for all the hard work that they've put together. Speaking now to Sarah Grace Quay, who is a 17-year-old cancer survivor, who is one of the performers in Act 4. Her inspiring story was in the news recently, and what a journey it must have been performing at the NDP. And the President thanking our hosts as well, Abby, Joachim and Sonia, as well as Siti Khalija. President also thanking Eldridge Jayakishan, whose story was very moving in the videos that were shown earlier for the film. Lots of hard work from thousands of performers, including organizers, volunteers, motivators, and everyone else working tirelessly behind the scenes to bring this show to all of you. This has been an NDP truly like no other and took so much planning, hard work, and heart to put together. The President here taking the time to thank each person and share a moment of connection and celebration with our Maya dancers here. And also to exemplify that no matter who we are and what we do, every single one of us can make a difference, individually and more so together as well. Look at all the smiling faces, everyone proud of the show they've put together for Singapore. This year's NDP definitely one for the books. 60 years of Singapore's birthday. And the customary Wi-Fi as well with the President. Definitely a testament to unity and teamwork. And speaking to our veterans as well. Thanking them for all the hard work. All our local artists and musicians, homegrown talents as well. And not forgetting all our performers of all ages and from all backgrounds coming together in such a momentous occasion. Audience is still singing along to all our National Day favorites. Lovely to see everyone in high spirits. And a final goodbye from our President, Mr. Tharman Shanmugaratnam.
That was! Singapore, you've been absolutely magnificent tonight!
Whether you are here at the Padang or the Marina Bay, you have been amazing, Singapore.
Hey guys, I dare say we're having showers of blessing right now with this rain. As we close this chapter to SG60, let's move on to the next 60 years together. Relax, we'll get there. Ladies and gentlemen, Padang Marina Bay, when we say Majulah, you say Singapura. 1, 2, 3, Majulah!
And with like that, we've come to the end of this year's NDP 2025. What an exciting and heartwarming celebration for Singapore's 60th birthday. Today's show reminding us that together we can overcome all the odds to build a future filled with hope and promise. In the next 60 years, it's onward Singapore as we build an inclusive and united society where every person matters and no one is left behind. So whether you've been watching here at the Padang, at Marina Bay, at home, or even overseas, thank you for being here with us. I hope you've enjoyed this wonderful celebration tonight. This is Angela Lim signing off. Happy 60th birthday, Singapore.
Our differences will make us whole. Here we are, we're in this together, spirits forever. Look how far we have come. Here we are, no matter the weather, the storms and changes, wave your flag in the sun. Here we are, through the fire, we can live our hopes and dreams. Here we are, this is what home means to me. I'm so glad you're my neighbor. We look to each other as we face the unknown. Just know